What I love about your podcast is, and your broadcast, is just the breadth and depth of guests that you have, and just the stimulation of ideas and the creativity that comes from benefiting from people's insights, whatever, from a whole range of diverse backgrounds. So it's a privilege to join you, and I look forward to seeing all. You've got a great lineup in the next few months, so look forward to learning from others.
First, I'm always delighted and honored that you would have me back on MedBricks. I just, part of the reason I do it is that when we first met, I've always been impressed by your passion and your curiosity. And like Susan said, you have these very complex and thought-provoking presentations, but at the end, you always bring it home. And each one of your presentations has always been incredibly unique, and I always learn something from them too. I remember after we met last time, you talked to me about Bose. Ramana has a certain love for my heritage in Bengal, so he mentioned Bose last time, so I learned about the Bose-Higgins particle. I went and read about that. I didn't know that was the same Bose. And then today you had the Shanti Niketan. Then you actually taught me about Shamisra. That was incredible. 15,000 babies. She was the midwife of the Untouchables, which to me was incredibly touching. So next time I go to Karnataka, I'm going to try to make an effort to find her out. That's what I was Googling as you were talking to. I didn't know anything about that. So like I said, your presentations are always phenomenal. And I've just been delighted the way this whole MedBricks continues to grow and just get better. And, Susan, congratulations on your latest award. And I think Susan brings a fabulous dimension to MedBricks. So, and like I said, thanks for just allowing me to play a small role over the last few years.
Your podcast is fabulous. You've done a tremendous amount of education. You've brought in a broad group of people. And I think you have a wonderful way, along with your co-host, Susan, of being able to make it clear to your audience. When it's not clear, you make sure that people clarify and that they understand what's being said. And for anyone who wants more information on what I said tonight.
So mind blown, because obviously I'm not a physicist, let alone a quantum physicist. But as you were talking, I was like, oh my gosh, someday we will have all the tools to do an entire patient encounter on our phones. Because we already now have, I haven't talked about it. We have AI stethoscopes that patients can buy and have in their home and beam their heartbeats and lung sounds to us through EHRs. And heck, if we can do x-rays at home, that would be, again, my vision of not needing to go to a clinic and having you seen in the comfort of your own home is more of a reality with that. So that's really amazing.
Ramana, Susan, first off, we're far too kind, and I really do appreciate that. That means a lot coming from you. And on top of that, I can't thank you both enough for raising and elevating and amplifying some of these concepts. It's really great to make sure that we are constantly cross-pollinating with different fields, with different industries. We have a lot to learn from so many, different spaces out there, and there's, not enough energy that's put into that. So I really thank you for having me as a guest, and thank you for certainly listening to the podcast and the conversations I'm having. But more importantly, thank you for really, really providing a pathway for others to have great conversations and learn and constantly iterate and grow, so we can make healthcare a much more effective place for people to find that comfort.
I got to say, Ramana, I think what really attracted me to your podcast, and now with Susan on as well, is the core principle is how do we advance humanity and how do we do it together? And that's a fight worth having, right? So that's something that we can all get excited about.